Hey guys, so in this video I'm going to talk about how to set up your FLOTAP 12 volt pump kit, and I'm also going to talk a little bit about some more specific stuff around where you put your pump, how to start priming, and how to pump long distances. So I'm going to start off by introducing my setup here. So everything that you can see in the frame is the equivalent of your hot tap V2 outing. So I've got my hot tap mounted on the feet, I've got the shower hose, the gas hose, and the shower head plugged into my hot tap. Now all I need to do is plug in my water supply. So, and everything that you can see here is the FLOTAP 12 volt pump kit. We have the 2 meter suction hose, we have a filter housing, a 2 meter outlet hose, and a power supply for the FLOTAP pump. To discuss the pump quickly, it's in a splash-proof casing. So it's not completely waterproof, but splash-proof, which is pretty convenient. There is a port on the back and a switch on the back for isolating the power and for plugging in the power cable. We've got rubber feet to keep the pump in place and to dampen a bit of that vibration noise. And these fittings are already pre-installed, so this is exactly what comes out of the box. When you're using the pump for the first time and you've just unpacked it from the box, make sure to take these red lugs out. Otherwise you'll have a whole heap of noise, but yeah, no water being pumped. So let's discuss how to plug everything together. On the bottom of the pump casing, there's an arrow which shows you the direction of the flow. So in case you can't see it, it's pointing that way. And all I need to do is plug in my supply side of the hose. If I want to be using a jerry can or a bucket of water, I plug in the filter. That's going to stop debris going into my pump and then into my unit. If I'm going to be drawing water from a river or a creek, I'm going to use the filter housing, and that's just going to make sure that my filter doesn't sink completely to the floor, therefore getting submerged in that gunk and that mud. So I'm going to leave my setup like this. For my supply side of the pump, I'm going to plug in my hose straight from my pump, slip it in directly to the unit. And the last thing that I need to do is plug it into the power. So like we mentioned before, plug it into the back. And then this is like a regular cigarette socket adapter that's going to plug into your car or your power pack. So yeah, now that we're all set up with the FLOTAP 12 volt pump kit, which is, as you can see, pretty easy, pretty straightforward, I'm going to talk about 3 cool features of the pump. So the first thing is it's self-priming up to a distance of 1.8 meters vertically. That basically means when you get to your campsite, you've got everything hooked up, you can throw this straight into the water, and there's not going to be obviously any water in the line of the pump, and a pump will safely run dry for a short period of time while it draws water from from the river or from the bucket into the hose and then through the pump into the unit. And that 1.8 vertical meter thing is your pump can be 1.8 meters above the water source and still be able to suck the water up. So yeah, that's pretty cool. Second thing is this FLOTAP is 6 liters per minute and 60 psi. That pressure part of things has 2 really cool benefits. One, it can pump water really, really far, so 20 or 30 meters up to your campsite. And regularly when I camp, all I do is place my pump using this 2 meter hose, place my pump within 2 meters of my water supply, and then plug in my 20 or 30 coil meter of hose from the pump into the hot tap as it is now, and the hot tap's 20 meters up to my campsite with a bit of an incline. The second thing that's cool about the pressure is I can be at my campsite using the shower inside the shower tent, and I can flick on the shower or I can flick it off and control the whole system from my shower head. So if I've got water flowing through and my pump is turned on, I can flick off the shower head, stop the water flow, which is going to build up the pressure in the pump. The pump's going to sense that and it's going to stop pumping, which means it's going to turn off. The hot tap's also going to turn off because there's no water flowing through, and I'm going to be saving water. Then I can lather up, and then when I want to rinse off, I flick on the shower head. It's going to be a drop of pressure because the water can start flowing through again. The pump's once again going to sense that, turn on, start pumping water through. The hot tap's going to turn on, and then I'm going to have hot water at my shower head. So yeah, that's a quick walkthrough of the 12 volt pump kit. Thanks.